Mr. Pizza says, I was never against Liberator moving out of YTP reactions. The problem is he's in denial about his fast dying channel. He's literally turning into reaction time. I don't know what that means. Reaction time. People say that like I should know who he is. I mean, he's not Justin Bieber, I don't think. I think it matters whether or not he acknowledges that his channel is dying. Why? I don't know why that's such a point of contention. I don't know why that particularly matters, because at the end of the day, the YouTube channel is about the content, right? Like every piece of content is about the content itself. It's not about whether or not you think your channel is dying or not. When I watch a YouTube channel, I'm not thinking like, oh, does he think that his channel is dying? Does he think his channel is dying or not? Like that's so minor. I don't understand why that is such a big part of this discussion here. But in any case,
but I feel like it's like,
hold on, wait a second. Mr. Pizza sent me this. So I guess this is the clip that has everyone up in arms about the Liberator.
I really do not think that this is a joke. My guy, your channel has been dropping fast. Instead of laughing it off, please take these criticisms into account.
What the? Hey! Wait, is that all he said? Is that it? That's what has you guys upset? I don't. Why is this such a big deal? He's switching from one type of content to a new type of content, and you guys are all salty because he's not reacting to your guys' YTPs anymore. Because you can't get clout off him anymore, right? You can't then like make YTPs and have him react to it, and he's a relatively big channel, so you guys you would get a bigger audience. I don't understand. This is not a big deal. It does not matter whether or not he says that his channel is dying or not. Because if I'm in his shoes, right? If I'm trying to branch out and completely change the type of content I make, I would completely ignore all of the folks who are complaining like, oh, you're doing different content. Like if Ninja wanted to switch up his content and make baking videos, I would not listen to little Fortnite kids complaining about, oh, why aren't you playing Fortnite? Because the whole point is to switch away to a different type of content. I think that the Liberator is new to this. He's learning, and he will figure this out. But he just has to have time, and he has to practice. He has to, to fail and to succeed, find his rhythm, and he'll find his niche. He's branching out. And I think that you guys have to give him some time to actually figure out what he's going to do and how to make the content he's going to make, without just blasting him for getting fewer views or not reacting to YTPs anymore. It just seems to me like this just does not make sense. I do not understand the frustration, the anger, and the fury that's been lashed out against the Liberator. Now, y'all can complain about the Liberator all you guys want to in the chat. All I ask is that you don't harass him, and I am 1000% still down to to do a collab with the Liberator. So I'm not saying that you guys are not allowed to have your own opinions about the Liberator, because you certainly are allowed to have your own opinions about the Liberator. I'm just saying, to me, it just seems kind of stupid and doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. That's all I'm saying. The last thing I'm thinking about when I watch a YouTuber is whether or not he thinks his channel is dying, or because I think that at the end of the day, YouTubers are going to make the content that they want to make, and so I'll have to either watch that content or watch something else. I'm not going to watch, like, I see this on Twitch all the time. I don't understand this. Twitch hosts like these esports events, and people host esports events on Twitch, like Call of Duty. I saw this both in Call of Duty and the Streamer Super Bowl, which just wrapped up tonight. And people were in the chat being like, oh, this game is boring. It's a terrible esport to watch. I don't like this at all. This game is dead. And then me and some other people in the chat are like, well, why are you watching this if this is such a bad sport to watch? Why are you even participating in the chat if you're saying that the game is dead? Why don't you just, like, do something else? But I feel like there are just people who can't get over maybe things changing or maybe something just not being what you want it to be. And I don't know if that's what boat you're in. It certainly seems like that's the boat the folks on the Twitch chat were in. But it's just, let the man make the content he wants to make. It ain't all that deep. He did not, insult your mother. You don't need to go all scorched earth and say that he's a terrible person. He's fine. He's fine. Let the poor man be. Okay, ISM says it's not that the Liberator doesn't react to YTPs anymore. We don't like him because he spits in the face of his community with his off-camera comments just to scratch the surface. What off-camera comments? I don't know what it is that he's been saying that would warrant kind of the responses or the reaction that his content has gotten from you guys, or his existence has gotten from you guys. I don't understand. It could just be that he's aggravated and upset because he's been pressured to do this content that he doesn't want to do anymore, or maybe he's being harassed because he's not still making the same types of content. I think that's understandable, even if it's not, you know, the correct response. Yeah, I mean, you guys are being so vague. Like, just go ahead and say what he did. Like, you guys are like, you're dancing around the issue. And it makes it hard for me to even understand where your grievances lie, because you're not really like explaining
Official
where they're coming
Mike
from.
Mike.
Okay, official Mike, you're Canadian, right?
Said in the chat. LMAO, we're making an hour-long video like we did for Daniel Lord.
Yo!
Official Mike.
Why?
Said in the chat. Who's the Liberator?
Why are you making...
Mr.
Wait.
Pizza. Said in the chat.
Wait a
Isn't it true
minute.
that video will explain the whole stuff?
Wait a minute.
Official Mike. Said in the chat. I
So,
forgot about
this
that guy
dude-
cause he's just like everyone else.
Wait, so this dude who is reacting to a lot of your guys' content and probably getting you guys a fair amount of views, because he's like, you know, relatively influential. He's like a bigger YouTuber. When it comes to like the whole React scene, or oh, nice, we traded. When it comes to the whole React scene, this guy stopped reacting to your guys' YTPs, and then like you guys are suddenly up in arms. Now you say that, you know, he said this, he said that. I haven't seen.
Shooting down that balloon.
I have not seen what it is that you guys have been like so upset about.
Double kill.
Like, you guys have been saying like, oh, he said this, he said that, like,
Another
you know, oh,
trophy
he's
for
spitting
the
our
pot.
faces, and I'm seeing no quotes. I'm seeing no, you know, no clips of him doing anything. He laughed at a chat, and is that was a smoking gun? If that was a smoking gun, then I don't even need like a Nerf, you know, I don't even need like Nerf protective gear, because that doesn't
Official Mike.
sound as
Said in the
bad as a
chat,
lot of you guys are trying to make it
If we
sound.
just ignore the Liberator, he will fade into obscurity.
Why do we need to ignore him? Well, I guess maybe I'm ignoring him, except for, you know, trying to do a collab with him, because I do want to do a collab with him. I really enjoyed the collab I did with him before. I want to do another one. But
Killing spree.
it just is so silly to me.
Halfway to victory.
Like, again, it doesn't matter if he thinks his channel is dead.
Victory.
And if he isn't reacting to YTVs anymore and you want to see YTV reactions, you should probably just go to a different channel.
Round one.
And maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm being scorched earth, but this just seems completely out of proportion.
Continue winning.
The crime is having a dying channel and not acknowledging it. Right? That's the crime. And now we're gonna say, like, what, he's a bad person? Or not acknowledging that his channel is dying? Oh, that was a good aim. And I don't know why I'm getting so passionate over something I don't care about. I think it's mostly the pettiness, right? Because, you know, like I said in an earlier stream, pettiness really is like, it gets to me. It's very annoying. I hate it. But this whole thing seems petty. It's like, oh, you're gonna stop reacting
Said in the
to
chat.
YTPs?